Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Unholy Horde playthrough on the channel. And in the last episode, well, we started to reach a little bit of a critical point where we were starting to run low on everything. We had very little money, we had very little food, we had no alcohol, and we managed to have a few things go right for us. We took out a bandit camp in our region, and it had 300 gold, plus we got a total of 8 prisoners that we're probably going to try to sell to the trader once we get the trader. We also got this loan, which was quite nice. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, Emma already made it back. Why is it? Oh, repay. Okay. So yes, we did already get that. Now, another thing. I said I was going to pay back this loan, but I decided that because we need the trader, it's more important for us to pay off our taxes first. We may pay this back in time, but for the moment, not looking good. Now, another thing, we have a decent little surplus of money, and we need to be considering our food. That is basically the most important thing right now to consider. So I think we are going to start another trade route, but we need to find a way to improve our relation with London, which I'm not even sure if that's going to be really possible. We could gift them paper. That's not going to be something. Peace treaty would be a possibility. That will cost us 400 gold, but it will increase our relation by 20. So that would be something. Or, yeah, that appears to be the only real thing that we could do. Because Emma hasn't gone her persuasion up to 15, she can't use her little perk, which would be for the restore relations, plus it requires 8 rings. So it seems like our best bet is probably going to be, yeah, it's probably going to be the peace treaty. And that'll almost get us back to uh, well, it'll be minus 15 still. But then we could at least do the flesh wolf hunt, which would be another way to increase our relation a little bit more, and that should be able to get us to the point of starting this trade route. So I think that's what we're probably going to have to do. It's not my favorite thing to be spending money right now on it. Doesn't seem to matter who it is, but we'll send Emma. And then finally, in the last episode, I mentioned that this was a bride price, but it's actually a groom that is to be married. So that means we can finally get rid of Zhivka. And she is useful, of course, as a warrior, but I think for almost 1,000 gold, and the fact that we aren't really using her for studying knowledge anymore, and the fact that this will improve our relation with York as well, I think that we have to do this. So we'll go ahead and send her to do that. That'll be an even about another 1,000, so it'll put us up to almost 1,800 in gold. So we will definitely be good to start a trade route for Rye, and we should be able to pay off the trader as well. Now, I did realize that Zhivka is the only one that has a couple pieces of knowledge, like workshop and peasant houses and the rye field and mill. Not the workshop and the rye field and mill aren't that important unless our mill ends up breaking down. But mainly that peasant houses, we do not want to lose that. So I'm actually having Zhivka go and do wise conversations with Harold, and Harold's actually 18 now, so he will pretty quickly be able to be used as a regular lord. But either way, we're going to go ahead and do these wise conversations at least until peasant houses gets passed on, probably until all of the knowledge gets passed on, though, so that we don't lose any of it. And apparently Harold just became of age, which is actually pretty great as well. So we'll go ahead and set this back to wise conversation with Zhivka, and we're probably going to move over all of the inspections over to Harold pretty quickly as well. Going to wait, though, so that they can do this these wise conversations, so he can get all this knowledge from Zhivka first. Let's see, so she is going to do it now. That's good. But after that is all done, we will go ahead and move everything over to Harold, so that Harold, he's already management 9, Canute's only 12, and he is currently 53, so he's probably going to start losing levels eventually. Now, apparently a prisoner is attempting to escape, and did they... oh, no. Did they get killed? No, they're actually still alive. But they are probably going to die. Probably going to die. I wonder, can we make it so that... yeah, we'll allow them to have medical salves, I suppose. Well, maybe? Yeah, they're barely worth more than the price of a medical cell, so it's actually probably not worth it, honestly. Okay, apparently Emma is now Canute's puppet, which is hilarious, because that is his wife. Wow. What a great husband. But at least it'll prevent her from, starting a rebellion, probably? I guess. Now, Zhivka keeps trying to go educate, Lana, so we're actually going to, move this over to somebody else. Maybe, I guess just nobody for the moment. So that hopefully Zhivka will keep doing these wise conversations a little bit more. I don't think we can really force it, but hopefully we can at least encourage it. Okay, and here we are at the trader again, and we're going to sell these daggers, and we're going to try to sell off all these prisoners before more of them start dying. That still leaves us with 411 that we're sending, which is unfortunate, but we do have a ton of spears here. We're going to sell pretty much all of these. We'll keep a few around because there are some bandit camps that I want to take care of. I guess we'll just sell all of our bows. We're still not really using them at the moment, and that'll get us a little bit of money back. We may even sell a little bit of this coal again, since the price has increased. That's always a nice little way to make some money. So 740 gold that we're getting back now. That is good, and we've paid off our taxes, so we can actually buy a little bit of holy rings. We are going to do that. There's nothing else we really need here, though. So we'll just go ahead and sell that. And I would like to get the military logistics soon, but it's a little too expensive right now for us. So we'll just go with this for the moment. And at least we have paid off our taxes. Now, since Harold has come of age, he actually needs his own lord house. We're going to go ahead and start building one. However, what we're probably going to do, since we are going to be getting rid of Zhivka soon, and she doesn't really need to do anything too important, so we're just going to take her off of this, and we'll put Harold here. And I was going to take Till off of a house, but actually we don't even really need to build another one, since we are going to be sending Zhivka away anyways. So Zhivka can just be homeless for the time being. That seems fine. And we do also have the dog merchant, so we are probably going to go ahead and buy this dog, but it costs 10 rings and we only have 5. Does Emma have enough for it? 19. Harold has none. Okay, well, wait, hold on. I wonder if we could have Zhivka buy it and then give it away. I'm thinking about trying that. Okay, so Zhivka has the dog now. I'm gonna see if she will actually give it away. Give this dog. Let's see. Will it work? She probably won't be very happy with Knut about that. Okay, it doesn't seem like it actually hurt their relation at all. Of course, Zhivka is extremely depressed now, though. So we may have to, let's see, how's Till's doing okay? We have a bandit. We have quite a couple of bandits, actually. We may have to go ahead and let Till be homeless for the moment, and instead let Zhivka stay here. Just to make it so she's not going insane. We'll have to see how this works. Okay, so Harold did finally acquire the peasant house knowledge, and I don't want to wait any longer, so we are going to be losing the rye field and mill, unfortunately, but we can always learn that. It's a pretty cheap book anyways. We'll go ahead and send Zhivka off, and that should allow us to finally put Till back on this house instead. And everything's looking a little bit brighter for us now, so we'll go ahead and, who's going to educate Lana now? I guess Emma. Yes, we'll have Emma do it. Okay, now that we've, dealt with a lot of this other stuff, we can finally start to look at London, but unfortunately, for some reason, our, opinion is actually minus 25, and because of that, I guess it's just above 25. I guess this must not be just a round integer. It must, there must be like a decimal place or something, because as you can see, it is minus 25, but we're not able to actually do this. Even though it says the relation between your kings is minus 25, but it must be at least minus 25, so I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully, if we just wait a little bit of time, maybe it will refresh. But otherwise, we may have to figure something else out. Maybe if we take out this bandit camp, I think it only counts for just the person that's, yeah, it looks like it only counts for the actual owner of the region that it's in. I'm not really too sure what to do there. Apparently, Emma just gifted Knut some rings, which is actually pretty funny. Because now we can just gift that right back. to Emma and hopefully increase her loyalty a little bit. Okay, now since we don't really have a lot of rutabaga at the moment, and we do have some unemployment, we're going to go ahead and place another rutabaga field. And oh, looks like we have an extra space there. And because we don't have enough rutabaga to make all of the moonshine that we need, we may as well just go ahead and take it off and go ahead and go back to flavorful ale. Since we do have a lot of herbs stacked up here now anyways, and we can take the medical salves off as well. And we're doing okay on money, so I think we're going to take the spears back off, and we'll go ahead and go back to making axes and swords. And that should all be pretty good. We only have 100 wood, unfortunately, so I don't know if I'm comfortable yet with making the gate and the walls, but we will try to do that soon. Okay, so the wedding has taken place with Zhivka and Adenkep, and it increased our relation, of course. And of course, we got that 1,000 gold, which is absolutely amazing for us. So we should actually be able to pay off this loan now. We're going to go ahead and do that right away so that it doesn't expire. And we still can't actually interact with London. I'm not really too sure what to do about this now. I guess we could offer them the paper. I really don't want to do that if I don't have to. I guess what we could do is see if it does appear that that bug is still in place where you can get an extra paper from trying to send a messenger. So I guess we'll at least get to keep one paper. So what we'll do is we'll wait for Emma to take care of this, and then we'll send her to London to gift the king, I suppose. And now since Harold is of age, and since Zhivka is gone, I think it's probably a good enough time to go ahead and switch everything over to having Harold do inspections. So we'll go ahead and actually also move their houses so that Harold will be a little bit closer. Canute doesn't really need to be too close anymore. And the only thing he'll be managing anymore is probably the training ground. So I'm going to move everything over. And I did mention this the last time, but you can actually just right-click on buildings to actually replace the inspector. But for some reason, it's not showing Harold yet. Yeah, it's not showing him yet. I guess because even though it said that he's become a lesser lord, we still actually, that's right, you have to actually make them either a free lord or grant them a title or make them a knight or whatever. So we did forget to do that. I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now Harold is officially a actual lord and he is the new heir. So now we can go ahead and start doing this. Okay, so that is everything moved over to Harold now, and Canute can just kind of enjoy his early retirement other than needing to go out and take care of bandits every now and then. And we also repaid our debt over to Canterbury, which is great. And Emma can go ahead and go over to London and offer them some paper. And we'll have to make sure that we buy more paper from the trader the next time we get it. Now, there is one bandit camp, but it only has 2 bandits right now, so I am going to try to let it grow a little bit before we go and take it out, because right now it really wouldn't get us anything useful. Now, since the alchemy lab isn't doing anything at the moment, we're just going to go ahead and snooze that. And we will go ahead and keep upgrading this lumber mill. And let's see, that's still not going to be enough jobs, so we're going to place another rutabaga field, I suppose. Just one more. Now, as you can see, we have a very, very strong amount of wood here. We have 340. So I think we can actually go ahead and place our first gate at the least. We may not make the palisades yet. And what we'll probably do is have archer towers like in the corners. Maybe one like here. And we probably don't need one over on this side because most times attacks always seem to come from this area. Doesn't really matter, you know, anything else, they just always seem to come from the left. So we would probably just put one archer tower like over here somewhere. And for the gate, we're going to want multiple gates, actually. And the most important gate is probably going to be this one. Now, hold on, which direction is which? Okay, so that's the direction that you go in through. Okay. So we will probably want one gate here. I'm worried that that is going to take out that bush. So I'm going to actually do a little save scrub, and then we will make sure that it does not collapse that bush. Okay, so let's go ahead and place this now. And we'll place it just like that, and it did not collapse the bush. Okay, that's good. Now, as far as palisades, we will place some, but not too many just yet. We'll just place, let's see, how should we do this? I want to make use of these rocks. So it may be best, can we go this way? No, no, unless you, okay, place one like that, and then another down like that. There we go. And as far as this goes, we'll want to go out, and, oh, okay, we need to go down another one so we don't collapse this bush. Will that be enough? I'm a little worried about it. So we'll just, like, oh, not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go around a little bit, but not, I'm not going to build the entire walls yet. Okay, so I think that's probably as much as I'm going to build for the moment, because we do want to figure out how far we're going to bring out barracks. We'll probably at least need 2 more, but maybe even a little bit more than that. So I may just end up bringing this palisade out to this rock, and then we'll circle back around like that. Make as much use of these rocks so we're not using more palisades than we actually need to. Now we did this offering to Dara, and it's minus 14 now. Okay, that's good. We'll go ahead and send Canute now to hunt, and I just want to see, I forgot what the... Okay, so it's only going to be a plus 12, potentially. And spending time won't be really any better, it doesn't look like. We'll go ahead and hope that that turns out good enough, but it looks like it'll take us a little bit of time to improve our relations with London here. And now the last thing, I was going to do this in the morning, but I forgot about it, so we're going to go ahead and just delete this dormitory now, wait for everybody to move, and we will go ahead and start placing some more peasant houses. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this one as well. There's only 1 homeless, so there will be a few homeless for the time being, but it's okay. Now that is a lot of housing. I may want to start placing some roads. It doesn't need to be perfect. Maybe something like every 2 rows of houses or something have a road going down, just so that they can all kind of shuffle in that way. For now, we're just going to leave it though. And we'll also, we don't even need these roads right now. And otherwise, I think that's going to be it for this episode. So we have 34 flavorful ale already. We have quite a bit more that can be made. So we'll be able to sell some of that. We only have 6 axes right now. It doesn't seem like they're making the swords, so it looks like we'll need to make all of the axes first, and then they'll start making swords, but that's fine. So hopefully, let's see, how much, so they need a little bit more coal, so that's part of it. Okay, so maybe we will wait on more palisades until we have made all the axes and swords that we want, and then once we have enough palisades, we can start back on spears just to make a little bit of extra money. But either way, we are doing okay on money. We may even be able to pay off this loan over here. Still the same number of bandits in that. And hopefully we can get this trade route going with London so that we can have a surplus of rye, so we can start to have a nice amount of flour so that everybody is always having enough food. Unfortunately, we are having those foreigners are pushing us out as well, and I don't really want to... I don't want to get the terror debuff where everybody's upset because of terror to get rid of these guys. I mean, it's just Tanea and Macaw, so it's not really anything too important. It's not hurting us too badly, but it is making our Caden peasants a little unhappy, so that's not great. But either way, that's going to be it for this episode. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.